Oh, what's going on, everyone? I'm the casual reviewer. I'm the fine line between critic and casual reviewer, and I just got back from seeing Avengers Endgame. So let me just preface with this, guys. This is going to be a super extreme spoiler-free review. I'm just going to, this is just for those who want to know, what's kind of good, what's kind of bad, without any sort of detail, or at least what my opinion on it, obviously, because you could have a completely different opinion. But this is just for those, because everyone's excited, but some people just kind of like to know what they're in for. If they should be super hyped, whatever, what they should be prepared for might actually make them enjoy the movie a little more when they're prepared for it. And so that's what this is. And so let me also say, this movie is unlike any movie that has ever come out and will come out for a very, very long time. It is something that I truly feel after seeing this movie is they had a vision for since 2008 when Iron Man came out. It was the first MCU movie. It's not something where I feel like Star Wars, they kind of made the first movie, maybe had an idea for a couple more, and then just kind of did more because of how popular it was. This one, I really feel like they had a set plan 11 years ago to now. Maybe not everything down to a T, but they had a plan for movies to come up until a finished point where everything comes full circle, which this does. It is a completely satisfying, and I don't mean that in a underwhelming sense. So let me just get into this. I'm really just going to talk about the shell of the movie, no detail, anything like that could even give you the slightest hint of a spoiler or what goes on in the film.
We lost, all of us. We lost friends, we lost family, we lost a part of ourselves. This is the fight of our lives.
This is gonna work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't.
To start off, every movie has 3 acts, the first, the second, and third, and really this is what I'm going to focus on. And for me, if I had to tell you a negative or something to go in, maybe being more prepared for, is the first act. And Marvel has always been known for its tonal shifts, and it's usually really good with the balance of comedy, drama, and things like that. And this one, I feel like in the first act they kind of missed it. The very beginning of the movie, like the very first scene that they show, is a great tone, I think, and I think they should have let that drawn out until it became a more genuine tonal change. But they kind of just really flipped the switch once Avengers came out in the very next scene, and I wasn't a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of those immediate tonal changes. Kind of almost feels like it feels super ingenuine. I kind of felt like that's how it was for the first act, and it's a 3-hour movie. I get it's a lot of time, even though it felt like they could have used so much more time. Even the way that the first act wasn't the best for me. It was not the most interesting, but I mean I get that certain characters need to be a little more fleshed out. They need to kind of, it's almost like 2 movies, because there's some characters that just need a little more fleshing out, and then you get into the actual grand scheme of things in the movie itself and everything that they're doing. And then the second act gets better, not amazing, but it gets better. And then the third act, guys, from a certain point, again, I can't mention, until the very end, it's the greatest third act ending of any Marvel action movie. I'm saying any Marvel movie, any action movie that I have ever seen. When there's 10 years of buildup emotionally, it hits a different way. Just the way it was shot, just the way it is. The third act, everything in its essence is just fantastic to me. It couldn't have been any better. There's one thing that could have maybe been a little better, and let me tell you right now, I will come out with a spoiler review where I'll give all the details, everything, and what I think specifically. On Sunday, I have to check my work schedule if I have time. If not, then definitely by Monday. So check that out. Subscribe, hit that notifications button, and then you'll know. as far as a big question, a huge question that everyone is wondering, or anyone that wants to see reviews, there are people, obviously, so many people, probably a billion customers or $1 billion worth of people worldwide in the opening weekend are going to see it anyway. But there are some people that want to know, is it a fulfilling finish and a fulfilling ending? And I have to say completely yes. You have to see this movie. If you watched all the Marvels, even if you just watched them with your boyfriend and didn't really care for them, now you've been through it. You might as well watch this one, and this could be your last one. Then, even though there's other Marvel movies coming out, this could be your last one. Sure, whatever. I'm gonna see it again, and then I'll see it again, and then I'll see it again, and then I'll come out with. I'll see it again, and then I'll see it again. So that to that question, the fulfillment question, absolutely yes. If anything, just the third act itself. And let me tell you guys this right now, actually, let me slip this in. There's no end credit scene, so you can leave. There's none. So don't worry about staying an extra, whatever, unless you want to listen to the music, unless you want to sit there and just, reminisce of the last 10 years, then sure. But there's no end credit scene, so I left. I'm just gonna finish this review off now with my rating, and in case you're new here, I just rate out of 10. 8.8 out of 10 is what I give it. And again, if you're new here, that might seem like a really low number, but I think I only gave Green Book and Free Solo like a 9 out of 10. If we're doing IMDb terms, I've rated like over 600 movies, and only maybe 25 of them have been 9. And if you're rounding up, 8.8, that's like a 9. So essentially, this is like in my top, 30 at least. It's not my favorite MCU movie. Civil War still my favorite. Infinity War still my second favorite. But then this one, definitely my third favorite, and still phenomenal finish to Marvel. And with that being said, guys, I hope you have a great day. I hope you, when you see it, I hope you love it. I hope you love it more than me. I hope it's a 10 out of 10 for you. But yeah, so guys, don't forget Sunday or Monday, subscribe, notifications button if you really want to see it. Otherwise, just you can come back if you're interested. And with that being said, have a great day.